Here's how we think about asset line of credit in terms of cash flow planning in the early years of retirement. You want to have a good coffer of cash on hand, so you're not having to harvest cash to support living expenses while the market is potentially down. If you're harvesting cash to support living expenses and the market's in a 20% correction, you're putting yourself in a further hole than you were already in to support your living expenses. That's an instance in which we might lean on an asset line of credit, harvest living expenses for 6, 8, 12 months, and then as the market starts to return, you can harvest to pay that down over time. So similar kind of bridge loan, but more so as you think about supporting living expenses. The other thing we'll do is if you have a balance on your asset line of credit, we'll sweep dividends or interest off your portfolio to help keep that from going into an interest spiral. So a lot of times your interest or dividend income off your portfolio will be outpacing your interest expense on the line of credit. So it keeps that interest expense in check so you're not going into this interest spiral. So an interest spiral, let's say you've got $100,000 line of credit balance and you're paying 6% interest on that. That's $6,000 each year. But then if you don't pay that interest down, you're going to be accruing interest on top of interest. Then you're into interest spiral territory where you're accruing interest on interest. What we do is take the income that's accruing off the portfolio, sweep that over towards the line of credit. So not only are you keeping the interest expense in check, but oftentimes if your portfolio balance is large enough, you're also cutting into the principal of the loan as well.